Good day, viewers. You are welcome back to Tindanious Maths and Science tutorials. Viewers, remember, we've been solving logarithmic differentiation, alright, for a very long time. But today, we are going to use this logarithmic differentiation to solve for other functions, okay, such as those transcendental functions and what have you. So if you are new here, kindly visit my previous lecture videos where I've dealt with logarithmic differentiation into details. We differentiated simple logarithm functions, okay, where the base over there is what is base 10. And we also learned how to differentiate those functions with different bases and to the base e as well, okay. So we considered regular logarithmic functions, okay. All right, so today let's see how we can appreciate other functions using the same approach, okay. All right, so viewers, on the board we have differentiate the function, okay, where the function is given by y equals x to the power x. So viewers, remember we had functions like 4 to the power x, okay, where we use this same logarithmic differentiation method, okay. So that is the shortcut approach. Is that also? So the answer is, so dy dx of this, or in other words, d over dx of this function, we said we are going to repeat this over here. So I have 4 to the power x, then times the natural log of 4. So this is where the 4 is coming from. The 4 is coming from here. Okay, so this one is what we call what? Logarithmic differentiation using what? Using the shortcut method or the approach. Now, how can we solve for this, okay? Using the same concept or idea. For functions of this nature, it will be very difficult, okay? You can't just employ the shortcut approach. That is the whole idea in today's YouTube session. You can also solve for this using another method, that is the long way. So viewers, what are we supposed to do over here? So what you do is you take natural log of both sides. So take natural log or natural logarithm of both sides. So here becomes what? The natural log of y, which is equal to whatever you do to the left hand side, do same to the right hand side. So I have natural log of what? Of x to the power x. Now viewers, there are reasons to whatever you do in mathematics, okay? So why did I take natural log of both sides? I did that so that the properties of logarithms, okay, will be established over here. Remember, whenever you have log, okay, log of, let's say, x to the power n, right? One property is saying that this exponent becomes your coefficient, right? So this n becomes over here, okay? Like, it will multiply the whole function. That's the coefficient, right? So I have n multiplying what? Log times x to the power what? N. So I have what? N log x to the power n. The same also holds over here, okay? The same property holds. So if I have ln, okay, this is the natural log of, let's say, x to the power n. This n becomes a coefficient, okay? So I have n times natural log of x, as simple as that. So we are going to employ this same analogy over. So we have natural log of y, which is equal to, right? This becomes your coefficient, right? So we have x times natural log of x, as simple as that. So viewers, what can we do over here? We are going to differentiate both sides, okay? We are going to differentiate. So we have y over here, we have x over here. So this calls for implicit differentiation. And remember, if you are new here, kindly visit my previous lecture videos on implicit differentiation. So for recap purposes, we said whenever you are differentiating a function or functions containing a term called y, in other words, functions containing y, whenever you are done differentiating those functions, you add the y over the x to that function. So here, whenever I differentiate natural log of a function of say x, the answer becomes what? The answer becomes 1 over what? Over this x. So if I have natural log of y, I'll have what? 1 over what? Over y. So because this is an implicit function, therefore this yields 1 over what? Over my y. Because it is implicit, you add what? You add dy over what? Over the x. As simple as that. Now which is equal to? Here we have two functions multiplying. So this calls for what we call the product rule. Again, if this is your first time, go and watch my videos on product rule. So I have f over here and I have g over here. So the product rule states that you differentiate the first function, keeping the second function a constant. So if I differentiate x with respect to x, I will have 1. So I have 1, then times, you keep this one constant. So I have ln x. Then plus, you keep this function constant, which is x. Then you differentiate the second function with respect to x, which is what? If I differentiate ln x, I have what? I have 1 over x. As simple as that. So this becomes, I have dy over the x, okay, times my y over here. So let's say I have, let's do this 1 over y times dy over the x, right? Which is equal to 1 times ln x gives what? Natural log of x, then plus x what? Cancels this x. So I have what? I have 1. As simple as that. Viewers, we want this to be what? To be a denominator free something, right? So I have 1 over y. You multiply here by y, then you multiply the whole of this expression by y. So simply, y cancels y. Is that not so? So therefore we have what? We have dy over the x, which is equal to, I have the y here to be y times what? Ln x plus 1. As simple as that. But viewers, recall something. Here, we said y is equal to what? X to the power x. Is that not so? So wherever you see y, y goes to x to the power x. So recalling, so for want of space, let's come here. So I have, so recall that y is equal to what? X to the power x. So viewers, over here, let me just rewrite everything over here, right? So we have, all right, viewers, so we have this, right? So we have dy over the x is equal to, wherever you see y is the same as what? X to the power x times natural log of x plus what? Plus 1. Viewers, this is the end to this trivial question. So for, okay, viewers, let us consider the second question. Differentiate x to the power sine x, all right? So we are going to use the same, methodology, okay, the same antics, okay, the same method, the same approach. So here, we are going to say, let the function, okay, equal to y. So x to the power sine x, is that also? So what do? You take natural log of both sides. So I have ln y, which is equal to what? Ln times x to the power sine x. What do you do next? You differentiate both sides, okay? Remember, this is what? This is an implicit function. But before that, we are going to use the properties of logarithms. So here, the power or the exponent or the index, okay, becomes what? Your coefficient. So I have ln y, which is equal to what? Sine becomes here, so sine x times ln x to the power nothing, right? Because we are using the properties of log. Sine comes over here, so I have ln x, or the natural log of x. So if I differentiate natural log of y, I'll have y 1 over y. Remember, we are differentiating a term, okay, containing a function containing y. So we add what? dy over dx, which is equal to, here you apply the product rule, which states that differentiate the first function and keep the second function constant. So if I differentiate sine x, I will have cos x. So I have cos x, then I will keep this constant, ln x, then plus, you keep the first function constant, which is sine x, then you will differentiate the second function with respect to x. I have what? 1 over x. If you differentiate ln x, you have 1 over x. What do we do over here? ds. Okay, so I have dy over dx multiplying what? 1 over y, which is equal to, we have cos x times natural log of x, then plus 1 times sine x gives, you have sine x all over x. Is that also good? So here it should be denominator free. You multiply here by y, then you multiply the whole expression by y. So y cancels y. So therefore, I have what? dy over dx, which is equal to, have dy over dx, okay, which is equal to, viewers, here we have cos x times ln x plus sine x over x times y. So I have y, then times, we have cos x, then ln x, then plus sine x over x, as simple as that. Viewers, you can't end over here because recall, you have to recall that y equals, viewers, from the question here, say what? Let y here, this y, be equal to what? X to the power sine x. So I have x to the power sine x. So wherever you see x, you put this over there. So therefore, my final answer becomes dy over dx is equal to y. Is that also y? By y equals x to the power sine x, then times what? We have cos x ln x plus sine x over x. Viewers, this is the end to this simple question. I'll see you next time for more interesting topics and updates. Bye.